Joan Katambi, welcome to Africa54.
Thank you so much, Voice of America, for having me on board.
You run an initiative in Uganda that helps to empower a lot of younger people with digital skills. Can you bring me up to speed?
Over the years, I've had passion in ICT and education in the areas of internet governance, cybersecurity, information security, child online protection, open data for persons with disabilities. So it is from this passion that I started up an NGO called the Digital Literacy Initiative in Uganda that looks at bridging the digital skills gap among children, women, youth, and persons with disabilities.
For purposes of our audience, when you talk about digital skills, do you go out there, train them, or you bring them somewhere and interacting with them, show them how some of these things work?
There is a gap. Wherever people go to these areas, in the rural areas, they do the digital skilling in the English. So you find that as they leave, people have forgotten already what they've been taught. So what we do as an organization is to go an extra mile to deliver this digital skilling in local languages. For example, if we go to the Western Uganda, we identify people who can explain this in a local language in Western Uganda. If we go to the Eastern, so that by the time we leave, we are connecting in terms of how do you create a folder, how do you create an email address, how do you use mobile money, for example, to a market woman to see that your business still continues.
What's your target audience?
Number one are women. Of course, women in business, and then number two, the youth, youth in high schools and of course in universities and higher education, institutions, and of course, persons with disabilities.
This field of computers, this field of STEM, anybody can do it. If you set your mind to it, especially for the young girls, they too can be the next big tech entrepreneurs. What can you do on your part to encourage or to help some of these young girls in rural areas to be part of the STEM network?
I think we need to have initiatives that have got e-mentoring, fellowship programs for our girls in school, in high school, primary, or even universities, where we bring up, for example, women who have made it in technology or computer science or engineering, to talk to them, speak with them, share with them inspirational stories of how they started and who they are now. So if we would have such programs, I believe the number could raise to, a much bigger number in technology. But then too, of course, governments, of course, need to work with the NGOs who are already having such initiatives. For example, maybe to come up with webinars on ICT. If, for example, government says the Ministry of ICT is going to be having weekly webinars on Thursdays to, give mentorship to secondary or high school or universities. This would also be a good initiative that we would encourage.
Where do you see the future of technology in Uganda?
The future of internet in Uganda, as the world, comes to the fourth industrial revolution. Issues such as artificial intelligence, using robotics, AI, among others. I think Uganda is one of those that are trying to embrace. So there is hope, and I love the fact that our population is for the youth. These are people between 18 and 35 years. So if we start to engage them now, Uganda as economy, I think, will be far from where it is now as it embraces technology in every sector, because we believe technology is an enabler. So if we use it very well in our sectors, I think even our economy will be growing at a very fast rate.
Well, John, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.